Hey guys, this is Nourah from Cap It Simplified. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I am, for sure. I'm here at a dental conference, more so for orthodontists. I'm here majorly because, as you all know, I'm very entrepreneurial, and this conference is called Authoritative Summit. So we have dentists here, orthodontists here who have their own businesses, their own dental practices, and I was attending a couple of sessions where people were talking about how to manage a team or who is a good leader. Now, all of you guys watching are dentists, leaders, or going to be leaders in the future. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what kinds of leaderships are out there. And there are so many kinds of leadership. And when you go for your interviews, or even when you become your own practice owner, or you're in part of a practice, you need to know what kind of leaderships are out there. Or even if you're watching this just to, know how to answer a leadership question at an interview, right? So I'm going to talk to you guys about two types of leadership. One is authoritative, and the second is servant leadership. Now, authoritative leadership is if you're somebody like me who was, raised in India. I've seen authoritative leadership a lot in India. I know that this is the case in other countries. Sometimes it's like the Middle Eastern countries as well. My friends from the Middle East, correct me if I'm wrong. So an authoritative leadership is where, say for example, I'm the leader. I say what's the rule and you follow it. I give you directions, I micromanage you. Maybe I delegate, but I keep micromanaging you. And you don't have an opinion or you don't have inputs to what I say. And even if I take inputs, whatever I say is the final decision. This is authoritative leadership. Now, the leadership quality that most schools are looking for when you're talking about leadership, or the leadership quality that makes you a better leader, is servant leadership. And what is servant leadership? Servant leadership is when you put your team ahead of you, when you put your team first. So when you think about what makes your team better, it should be about what is giving them a better experience, what is giving your outcome, that is, who are you working towards? Are you working towards your patients, or is it a different customer base? What kind of experiences are making that better? I just came out of a session and I was very inspired to make this video. I heard somebody talk about this thing called employee focused experience or patient focused experience. So pay attention to when I say experience, right? So as a leader, you're trying to give people better experiences. And how do you do that? You ask great questions. You should be a servant leadership kind of a person in that you work towards making other people's experiences better so that they make your team great, right? So let's take an example. Okay, now if your team doesn't respond to a patient who calls in an emergency, then you're not giving the patient a great experience. Now, because the patient did not have a great experience, you call your front desk person and you start like scolding them or telling them this is wrong, this is not how you do it. Now, you do not give a good experience to your front desk person as well. So they're not going to be happy, and in turn, the cycle repeats itself. Now, instead, if you call your front desk person and you say, "Hi, Miss or Mr. whatever, such and such happened. What was going on? Is there something I can help with? How can we make this better? I'm here to help you out. Is there anything that's missing in our, team? Do you need another person to help with? Do we need some more innovation technology that can help you, that can make your job a little easier?" Now, what are we doing here? We are practicing servant leadership where we are trying to help this person out. We are giving a better experience to our employee, to our team, so that the employee in turn gives a better experience to our patients, right? So this kind of leadership is where you make your team member responsible for the whole team rather than just their own job or responsibility, right? So you take ownership, you give everybody ownership of their role, you let them take decisions, and when you delegate, you give full responsibility to them. You need to place trust in them. You need to be somebody who can take that leap and trust and see what comes out of it. And if you don't build, and in spite of all these things, it doesn't work out, you probably don't have the good person in place. So I hope this gave you an idea of what kinds of leadership are out there. I'll talk more about the other kinds of leadership as well, but today we spoke about authoritative and servant leadership. If you have any questions about this, please reach out to us. I'll be happy to explain more. Good luck.